recording as well. Okay, awesome. So first of all, let's get down and let's do. Now I'm saying that. Let's get down to business. Like it's coming out. I can't stop. um, First of all, let's do celebrations. As you guys know, I kind of started something last week and did it again this week, and it just like literally makes my heart so full on Thursday mornings, just hearing all the celebrations and getting to shout out everybody and just getting the opportunity to kind of give everybody a little like pep. And I know it's not going to happen every week for everybody. Of course, I could easily find something for everybody every week. But it's just like a fun way. And so if I didn't shout you out this week, or if I didn't shout you out last week, just know that I see you guys. Trust me, I promise. Like, I have a calendar of everybody's name, and every week I go in and check everybody's social media, or I check their whatever I can find. Like, maybe I just check out and see like, hey, are they selling anything? Are they ordering Shakeology? Are they posting? Are they here? Are they in their groups? Like, I keep track of all of you guys. Now, I can't guarantee as the team gets larger and larger that like I'll be able to forever keep track of everybody. But for right now, I do pretty well with like really keeping up with everybody. So and maybe you're posting, but maybe I'm like, hey, she's posted sweaty selfies. So maybe you do something that's kind of unique that catches my eye, right? I expect you guys to be out there coaching, to be out there doing something, but I really want those like little shout outs to be, oh, I saw her something extra in her this week, or man, like she is shining on her social media, or wow, you did your first reel, or again, obviously like rank advancement, team bonuses, all that stuff I'm going to shout out as well. But I'm just having fun with it on Thursday morning. I'm just like, man, let's just send as much love as I can freaking find right now. And so hopefully you guys are enjoying that. It seemed like everybody was kind of like, yeah, like enjoying the shout outs and just kind of watching them come out and stuff. So I definitely plan to do that more often. If you guys see something from a person on your team, feel free to shout out during that time as well. Or you can message me and say, hey, my coach so-and-so has been crushing it, or I was talking to her in a conversation and she was talking to me about these results she was getting. Like, feel free to either shout out those people for yourself and your team on Thursday, or you can message me and say, hey, can you shout out so-and-so? Feel free to kind of like communicate with me on that kind of stuff. Okay. These are just the things that I'm seeing. And again, like I can't see everybody. I try to keep track of everybody, but I can't see everything. So if you see something and that caught your attention, feel free to reach out to me and say, hey, my challenger or my coach or something, let's recognize her. But you guys, recognition is part of the Beachbody vital behaviors. Okay. I'm recognizing you guys by leading by example, because I want you guys to do this for your team. I want you to do this for your challengers. Okay. So I always think that like I need to be doing what I want you guys to do. So just take that into consideration. Like, ask yourself, like, are you reaching out to your challengers and sending them little samples for completing a program, or little shout outs, or an Instagram story, just like shouting out one of your challengers, or shouting out one of your coaches, or sharing a transformation of somebody. Like, that's part of the process, recognizing the people that have chose you as their coach and thanking them. Okay. So take that time to really thank your people for being with you. Thank them for orders. You guys, anytime, every Thursday, I sit down, and anybody who has a new order in my account, because it does it every week. So it's really easy for me to keep track of it if I just do it every Thursday. Because anybody who would be in my new orders would be an order from that following week. And so I just shoot them a message. Hey, thanks for your Shakeology purchase. Saw you got chocolate this time. Here's my favorite recipe. Hey, saw you got energized. What flavor is your favorite? Saw you got lemon this time and mixed berry last time. What's your favorite? Just getting those conversations and acknowledging your people for ordering. Okay. It doesn't have to be like this huge shout out in the group. Maybe you just private message them and say, hey, thanks for your Shakeology order. So excited to see you consistently drinking it. How are you loving it? Maybe I'd love to offer you the coach discount as well. That's an opportunity for you to have conversations with people that are ordering from you. Or if somebody renews their bod after the year, hey, I saw your bod go through. What program are you working on? Or what program are you going to press play on? I saw you renew your bod. So keep these conversations going. That's all part of recognition. Recognition is not just for our coaches. Recognition is very much for our challengers as well. Okay. So make sure you're shouting those people out. Make sure you're kind of like giving everybody, it's just like an air high five, virtual high five. You know, they don't have to be huge, but you guys, I know that like even just after I gave all those shout outs, like even Ashley was like, let's say thanks to our coach. And I was like, oh, you guys, like it felt good. It felt good just to have that little message of acknowledgement. And I hope you guys feel that way as well. I know it's not like this huge thing, but to be acknowledged once a week is pretty nice, right? So keep that in mind as you're looking at your challengers or your coaches as well. What's a way that you can recognize them that's maybe not huge, but you can recognize them weekly or monthly or something like that, okay? So the two shout outs I wanted to give on our call today is Jenna, who's at Success Club 2 already, which is pretty exciting. She's actually the only one on our team right now that has Success Club points. So I was like, you go, girl. And then also Brooks Emerald activated today as well. So we're super excited to have her as Emerald. We've been secretly waiting for it to just pop up there, and finally she got both her people ordered and everything, and so it's all active, and so I'm really excited for you, Brooke. Congratulations, you absolutely deserve that rank advancement, and I'm really excited for you to grow and to get free leads and to have that opportunity to get team cycle bonuses. And even if it is, guys, it's Heather is one of her friends who I actually did the 30-day breakaway with, and so we plugged her under Brooke, and then Brooke signed up her husband. You guys, it is not like rocket science, okay? It was not a huge, like, I am so proud of you, Brooke, but it was simple when we look at it like that, okay? How can I get two people? I've got a friend and I've got a husband. Boom, Emerald, okay? Sometimes I think we complicate it a little bit when we're like, oh, how do I ask people? Who do I get? Don't overcomplicate it. If you're ordering Energize and Shakeology, that's how we set up her husband's account. So she gets Shakeology through her account, Energize and Recover, or anything else that she wants to order, she orders through her husband's account. That's what I do. I have my Shakeology. So since I'm a 1-star diamond, I have to have 200 personal volume. So I actually have, no, scoop, no, scoop. I'm not watching anything right now. Scoop. I'm not watching. Yo. Okay. Seriously, go. I'll watch it later. Show me later. Okay? Show me later. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Shoot, I hate when that happens. I'm like on a roll, and then I'm like, who knows what I was talking about. But okay, so we're talking about Brooks Emerald, which you guys, that's so okay. There I am. So for me, as a 1-star diamond, I have to have 200 personal volume. So for me, I have my Shakeology, Energize, and Power Greens underneath my account every month. Okay. And for Mike, I just order his extra freaking Energize under his account because he drinks like 3 tubs a month. So I just order that stuff under his account, which keeps his account active, keeps mine active. But if you're just like an Emerald coach or even a Diamond coach, you could have your Shakeology under your name, and then your Energize and Recover. Or if you want to order beach bars or collagen, you order that under the husband's name or like your mom's name, or, you know, somebody that you would feel comfortable putting there. Okay. So I love, Brooke, that you finally stepped up, and she was like, she's like, I finally got John to do it. We were like, yeah. You know, don't do it without like their permission, you guys, right? Like I asked Mike before I could do it. I mean, he knew he couldn't say no, but I at least let him know, you know, let these people know. Like my mom, I was like, hey mom, I want to sign you up. I was like, I'm just gonna sign you up as a coach so you can save the money. I'm not gonna make commission off my mom, you guys. Okay. Like I don't want to make commission off my mom. So to sign her up as a coach was just an easy thing to do. She got the discount. I forfeit the commission, but now I also get a placeholder in my team. And now I can plug people under my mom, right? I have 2 coaches sitting underneath my mom. So she's Emerald on my right leg. It's beautiful. I have 3 coaches underneath Mike. He's Emerald on my left leg, locks him in as well. Okay. So it's a nice place for you to kind of start building your own team and making those goals and rank advancements happen without feeling like you need to nag other people to want to do it. You can make it happen yourself. Okay. You just have to take control of your business. And if you need help with wording and how to do it all, I got you. It was something I learned a few years ago. I wasn't necessarily comfortable with it in the beginning. I was like, how do I just plug somebody underneath my husband? I just didn't quite feel comfortable. But it's actually a benefit for anybody that gets plugged under Mike. Because if I plug you under Mike, actually, let me show you guys this. This is actually really good for you guys to know. I'm going to screen share real quick. Whoops, not stop recording. Screen share. Okay. I got a lot to talk to you guys about tonight. Okay. So this is my team. So right here is Mr. Michael. Okay, he's up here on the top left. I have 3 coaches. I got Kristen, Stephanie, and another Kristen under here under Mike. Okay, so this helps him. This is him, Emerald. But here's the deal. If I plug somebody in, say I plug somebody in right here, we don't know, like a Lisa. Okay, so now since she's plugged in under Mike, she actually has all these people on my left leg underneath her, creating volume for her. If I were to sign her up under me, that's where she's going to go, all the way down here. And she's going to have nobody underneath her. Okay. And she's going to have to create all of her own volume unless I continue putting coaches down at the bottom of my team. Okay. But if I plug her underneath Mike up here, she's going to have all this left side here underneath her, creating volume. So the moment Lisa becomes Emerald, she's going to have all this volume underneath her, just ready for her to take advantage of. Okay. Now, if I were to plug her all the way underneath me, she's going to go all the way down here. Lisa would go all the way down here. And that means she has no volume underneath her. So if she became Emerald, she would only have like her 2 people creating volume underneath her. Okay. So that's actually a really nice perk and an explanation that you can give. So this is how I was told to word it, is that say, hey, I can plug you in underneath me. You're going to go all the way down at the bottom of my team. I have a better placement for you that's underneath my husband, which I manage his account. Okay. He's at the top of my team. And if I plug you in there, if you ever choose to work the business side of Beachbody, it's going to be a much better building spot for you in the future. Okay. Or I also sometimes like if it's somebody like that, or like for me, like Kristen was an easy person for me to put under Mike because I was like, hey, you came to me, I met you through Mike. So that's a really good place for me to place you. So you kind of have to maybe feel out the different people as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like you kind of might have to play, like some people you're like, I just don't think they'll get it, you know, like they're already kind of confused, so let's just put them on my team. But you might have a friend that's like, yeah, sure, girl, I trust you. Like Amanda, my cousin, I was like, hey, I really want to plug you under my mom, I just think it's going to be a better spot for you. And she's like, you're my cousin, I trust you, put me wherever you need me. And I'm like, thank you. I promise I've got you. You're in the right spot. Like it's going to be the best spot for you if you ever build a business, or just, I know that like she knows my mom and I, and so that's a trusty spot. Okay. So when it comes to hitting that Emerald, you guys, don't overthink it. Okay. Find somebody that you think will trust you, right? Like it's going to trust you. So like, to me, it was easy for me to sign up my mom. It was easy for me to sign up my sister and my husband in those spots. And now I have spots to be able to plug in the future as well. Okay. Which as I'm going to keep reading, I got a list of stuff that we got to talk about, but I have, we're going to talk about the preferred customer list that I think is really going to help. Dude, I am over it. Put them back. You've had enough chips today. No. Put them back. If you want something, you can have a banana. Cool. Yeah, cool. I don't think you got dinner. Booga, 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 booga. Go. I love you. Bye. Okay, so that is our basic shout outs, or the big shout outs. Take it and go, dude. Oh my gosh, he's on one tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna pop over. We're just gonna keep on cruising. I'm gonna actually screen share again. Okay, so that's kind of some little fun stuff that you guys can learn about building your team and how important it is to really pick those top people as your placeholders. but we're going to jump over. I've got a lot of stuff. Okay. So first we're going to go into the breaking news for Beachbody. I know Shelby had mentioned this in our chat, but I'm hoping all of you guys got a chance to get into the coach office and really check this out. It's a sweet deal. So it is called the My Bff Promotion. And basically you can offer a one-time promo code for somebody for $40 off a challenge pack, which is like a steal of a deal, right? Like that Control Freak challenge pack, I think is like $200. So you could get it for like 160. I mean, with bod and all that equipment and Shakeology and like the portioning containers, you guys, that's a steal of a deal. So I absolutely want to see everybody take advantage of this. You guys, I know we can all find one person to offer $40 off for a challenge pack. Okay. So this means that you need to go back to that running list I've been telling you guys to have. So I know you guys should all have a list of people that you've been messaging or people that you've talked to. Go back to that list and say, first come, first serve. But I got a $40 off promo code. Message a couple girls, see who bites. If a couple of different girls bite, just be like, yo, it's first come, first serve. So I'm just letting you know, like whoever takes it, takes it. If you get it, awesome. If not, sorry about you, you know? Go ahead, Brooke.
I read that as only the new coaches are getting that $40 promo code, not us. So like the coaches that enroll between January 1st and March 31st get the code. So
every new, okay, wait, okay, yeah. If you've been waiting to invite a friend to do Beachbody program with you, or if you have new coaches who are having a hard time getting started on their fitness and coach journey this year, now is the time. Every new coach that enrolls, will receive, okay. I'm so glad you read that, because I read right over that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I mean, I still got a code because I could steal his, but
right.
I don't think everybody got that.
Good call. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So I read that wrong. So it is, yeah, just for your new coaches. So any new coach that you've signed up, or if you are a new coach and you've signed up this year, you will get a $40 off. Dang, I already had somebody that I was excited to give that to. That's all right. But make sure we all know that now, because I'm not sure that even Shelby said that when she shared it. I don't know if she realized that when she shared it in the chat either, because I feel like we were all like, what? Thank you so much for saying that, Brooke. I scooped right over that. Okay. So check in with your new coaches, or if you're talking to somebody about becoming a new coach, let them know that if they sign up before March 31st, they will get a promo code for $40 off. So let's do it that way. $40 off new coaches. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so let's move down. The next thing is the retention club. This is kind of something they started doing recently, but it'll be really good because a lot of us hit success club points last month. And so basically what happens is anybody that you signed up last month, if they continue purchasing products this month, you will actually get points, volume points for them. And if they get, I believe we'll add, if you have 180 volume points, you'll get one success club point also. So they'll email you that kind of stuff as well. They'll be like, hey, these are the people that you signed up last month. This is what they've ordered this month. This is how many points you have. So they'll be sending you emails for that. So keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. I signed up like 5 girls last month. So I'm hoping to keep them on Shakeology or keep them on their Energize and Recover that following month, because then they will create volume for me and I can get Success Club points again off of people that I got Success Club points off of last month. Okay. So it's a really great way to just try and keep those people on the products or in Beachbody or whatever it is, or try something new. And you're going to be able to get Success Club points the following month, which is this month. Okay. You guys, also, I'm just briefing over this stuff. If you want to read more into it, more details, it's all in the coach office right under breaking news. Okay. I just noticed they had a lot of new stuff in here and I was like, okay, we need to go over all that. Okay. There's new nutrition stuff going on in Beachbody on demand. And then we're going to work into this preferred customer information as well. So I haven't had a chance to click into like all the fact page and stuff, but basically what's happening, you guys, is that they're making a slot and a name for discount coaches. Okay. So I know we all sign up discount coaches and we try to explain to them, oh, you don't have to sell anything. Don't worry. But oh, you put your social security number in. That's just if you work the business, da da da. Like, I'm actually really excited to not have to try to explain to them or talk them into like ignoring that part. Now you're just going to be able to offer them something. Okay. So now you're going to say you're either a challenger, a preferred customer, or a coach. Okay. And so preferred customer is like VIP, basically. They pay the coach fee and they get 25% off products. That's essentially what it is. I believe they will still get like early access purchase windows, but they can't sell anything. If at any time they do want to sell something, they just become a coach status. Okay. So that's kind of something I'm really excited. I have a few women that have really held off on becoming coaches because of just the idea of them becoming a coach is like, can't do it, won't do it. And I'm like, you don't have to sell anything. But now what I can do is go back and offer those ladies a preferred customer position. Okay. I could say, hey, you know what? I know you didn't want to coach. I know you didn't want to put your social security number in. I know you didn't want, all that stuff. I go back. They're launching a preferred program. So now I can get you that discount if you pay the coach fee, but you don't have to worry about any of the coaching stuff. And so I don't plug them into any of the coaches group. I won't plug them into any of the chats, you guys. That is for people that are like actively working the business or have been with you for a while or have met some of the girls and things like that. Okay. So my preferred customers will stay challengers. Essentially, they will be in the challenge accepted group and they will do challenges just like a challenger. Okay. If somebody wants to be a coach, they want to worry about commission. They want to worry about, setting up a team. That's when you can get them plugged into the Warrior Women chat. You can get them plugged into the Warrior Women group and we'll get them up to coach status instead of that preferred customer. Okay. But again, come in here, read the facts, check it out for yourself. If you're a little confused on it, you can message me. This is really just touching base on all of these things in the new coach office, but you can always click in here and read more about it because there is a ton of information that I think is super beneficial. And I also think the more that we know, the more confident we are, right? There's nothing like trying to explain something that you don't even know what you're talking about. Okay. And I've been there. I mean, even right now, I'm like, okay, what's this preferred customer kind of all about? Because I'm learning about it, right? So I'm taking the time to learn about it, talk about it with you guys way before it's ever launching. That way, when it does launch, I'll be ready. Okay. My word, verbiage, and all that kind of stuff will be kind of tweaked out. Now that I'm talking about it with you guys, I'm going to read all of the facts page, make sure I have all my ducks in a row before I just start offering it to people. Okay. That's the great thing about having this coach office here and having all of this information right at your fingertips. You just have to go in and read. You're just going to have to take the time. You're going to sit down on Sunday and say, I'm going to read about the preferred customer. I'm going to read about what it's about, why it's so unique. And so you might have to schedule that in, you guys. Like, there's some times where I'm like, yo, I gotta sit, like, that's my Thursdays. That's what I do. On Thursday, I sit down, I do shout outs, I go through my team, my sponsorship drill down, I look who's active, I look who's got success club points. I do that once a week for myself. I mean, I'm in my office probably every day, but I'm not clicking on the team, I'm not clicking into coach orders every day. But it is important for you to go once a week. I click through all the breaking news. I click through the updates and stuff like that. So I just do that once a week. And I think that would be a really good habit for you to get into as well. Okay. Okay. So I think that's all I had. There are some other things here, off the wall, Success Club. I know a couple of us have already earned this hat. I'm super excited. So the next thing that we're going for is 3 months. It does not have to be consecutive. It's just hitting 3 months of Success Club. We'll get you a one-of-a-kind long sleeve t-shirt. The 6th month, I'm actually pretty excited about that once I found out it was a backpack cooler which is pretty cool. The 9-month is a computer cube light, which I'm assuming is like somewhat of a ring light, is what I'm assuming. A cube ring, I'm assuming. I don't know. And then the 12-month one, which I am gunning for 2 months in, going for that 12-month to get those Ray-Ban sunglasses. What? How exciting. Can't wait. Okay, so let's move over to my next thing here. I want to talk to you guys about the Success Club trip. What? Okay, Success Club trip. Okay, so I've had the last 2 Success Club trips canceled, but you know, who's counting? But you guys, it breaks my heart that I haven't been able to go, but I am still pulling for round 3. Okay. So I will be opting in to go to the Success Club trip 2022 as well. Okay. If you are interested in qualifying for Success Club trip 2022, these are some of your details. Okay. I'm going to click over. Yeah. Okay. So number 1 is, you guys, you have to have 10 Success Club points by March 31st. That's including January, February, or March. You have to have at least 10 Success Club points to even be invited. Okay. So if you've had 0, then you need to hit Success Club 10 this month if you plan to go to the Success Club trip. Okay. If you've had 2 or 3 or 4, I need you to go add that up. Okay. I need you to figure out where you stand as of right now with January and February. Maybe if you sold something in March, you need to figure out where you're at. And if you're wanting to get on this trip, we need to figure out a game plan of how to get you to Success Club 10 or whatever it is you need. Maybe you need 4 or 2 or something like that by this month. Okay. And I'm down to work with you to get you onto this trip, or to at least get you invited, or to at least just hit that goal. It would be really super cool. You just have to also express to me that's something you're interested in. Say, hey, Jen, I really want to be on that Success Club trip, but I don't have any Success Club points yet. What's my game plan for hitting Success Club 10 this month? Boom. We will hit the ground running. I promise. I will do everything I can to help you hit Success Club. Okay. That's the first and foremost goal, is to hit that Success Club 10, or at least within the first quarter, which is 3 months. Okay. Put this in your calendar. So there's 2 separate waves, which means they have 2 separate trips. Basically, they've split it up. They split the week up into 2 separate trips. So you could be the Rock Wave, which is from March 19th to the 23rd, or the Reggae Wave, which is the 23rd to the 27th. Also, I don't even think I told you guys, or I don't think I mentioned, they're going to Punta Cana, which was the first trip that I got canceled. And then this year was supposed to be Mexico. And so next year, 2022, they're going back to Punta Cana. So Mike and I are like, redemption. We're pretty excited. So so once you get on the opt list, that's the thing too, is you guys, once they launch this, you have to opt in. So you have to literally let Beachbody know, hey, I'm interested in going on this trip. Okay. You fill out a form, you submit it online. I will send it to you guys as soon as they get it to us. Okay. Then from there, you will go on a wait list. Once the wait list says, hey, you've been selected, and that will go based off of your Success Club points. So if you've been hitting Success Club a lot lately, or you've been getting Success Club points, then you will be further up in the list. If you haven't been hitting Success Club, then you're going to be on the wait list for a while, but you still have the opportunity to continue hitting Success Club. Okay. So you can keep getting Success Club points, and that will move you further up on the list. Okay. So once you get on the list, you will get an email that says, hey, you're number 50 in the queue, or it'll kind of update you every once in a while. But also eventually you're going to get an email that says, hey, you've been selected, and Monday will be your registration period. And you will have 48 hours or like 72 hours tops to pay your $300 deposit. Okay. That ideally is all you would really have to pay, but hear me out. Okay. So if you pay your $300 non-refundable deposit, you guys, you have to pay $300 to go on the Success Club trip. Okay. So you get opted in, you pay your $300 deposit, and you're going to select a room. Okay. These are your room options. You guys can go to the website, check all this stuff out, creep on it. I always do. I'm always like, ooh, what kind of rooms? So this room is your $300 deposit. And then after that, each quarter, the more Success Club points you get, the more money you will earn towards this trip. Okay. If you hit all the Success Club points that they offer, this trip, you will only pay $300. Okay. If you get on the trip, you pay the $300, but you don't hit Success Club much after that, you are going to have to pay the remainder. Okay. So basically, you work and you get Success Club points. It gives you money towards your trip. If you don't earn those Success Club points, you're not going to earn the money towards your trip. You would have to pay it. Okay. But I will tell you that the most basic room, which is this one right here, the Caribbean Suite, if you hit Success Club like a rock star, that will be paid for, and you pay $300 for the trip. Okay, and you go and get to be with all the Beachbody super trainers and elite coaches and top coaches, and you get to party like a rock star with them, and it's super fun. I got to go on the cruise 2 years ago, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. Like literally, like sitting and eating with Autumn Calories, like right behind me. Joel sat right with us. Like got to work out with Jericho, like literally right in front of me. Like it was the coolest experience. Like even that's like when I feel like Mike really started taking it seriously, because he was there with me experiencing all that we got to experience. And I think he really started to see the potential and the people too. So it was really cool. They do have larger rooms. So actually when Mike and I were going to go, we were actually supposed to have this room. We were going to have the 1-bedroom presidential suite. We upgraded it. And so we were paying the difference. We were paying like $300 every quarter to like upgrade our room. That's an option. Just know that you're going to have to pay if you want to upgrade your room. Okay. You can't just continue earning Success Club points. They kind of cap you out. And that's usually at this price right here. So the 1,300 is usually like the capped out price. Anything above that, you're going to have to pay. So you'd subtract, the 1,300 from the 28, which is like 1,500. So I paid like an extra $1,500 to have the big room. We were originally going to use it for our honeymoon, so it was going to be pretty cool. But unfortunately, it got so it was going to be really banging, but we got canceled, so it's unfortunate. But I was actually looking at this one for next year, and I thought about taking Mike and my mom. I don't know, we'll see, and maybe doing like a whole like family vacation, because it's only like $300 extra. So I pay like $300 extra for Derek and $300 for my mom for the whole time. So there's a lot of details, you guys. And I know that can be like, what did she just say? What is she talking about? It can be a lot. But what I need you guys to say is like, hey, Jen, I'm interested in going the Success Club trip. What do I need to do personally? Okay. So I'm giving you guys a quick rundown of some of the stuff. So it's like, this isn't for me, or this is for me. You probably know right now, even without knowing all the details, you're like, ooh, I think that's something I could go for. I need you to reach out to me so we can go over the details for you specifically. If you're like, I just don't think I'm there yet, that's totally fine also. Just know that it's something in the future you could work towards. Okay. But I do want you guys to know, if you opt in, you have to pay that $300 non-refundable deposit when they select you. So be ready for that. Okay. From there, we can decide, depending on what room you select and stuff like that, we can set goals for you quarterly on how much you're going to, like what kind of Success Club points you're going to have to get to make sure that your trip's covered, things like that. We can run through all of that. Okay. And invites will start in April for that. Okay, so that's just a quick little rundown of that. Now I'm actually going to move over to Summit. I know this is kind of random today, but we just haven't talked about this stuff in a while. And I just think it's important to remind you guys of all of the things that Beachbody offers. I know a lot of you guys have joined Beachbody within the last year or two, and we don't do anything. We feel like we don't ever get together. But I promise, we used to get together all the time. We used to do Summit, and they used to do Super Saturdays and Success Club trip and all kinds of stuff. So if you're like, man, I feel like I haven't done anything, just know that that's not the norm. Okay. Normally I am traveling around. Normally I'm getting together with you guys and the team back in Ohio. We're doing Success Club trips quarterly, Super Saturdays, like all of that stuff is normally happening. We're just trying to deal with this whole pandemic, and hopefully we can move past it and get back to the stuff that we were doing. So with that, I want to talk about Summit. Okay. Let's hear a little bit about Summit. So if you guys don't know what Summit is, it is a yearly gathering from Beachbody that they put on. It's a huge convention that they put on. It's going to be in St. Louis this year in July. July, I think I have 15th through, oh shoot, I think they say it on here. It's like 15th through the 19th, I believe. Oh, here it is, July 15th through the 18th. But I will probably go the day early. So I'll probably be there from the 14th to the 18th because I like to be there on that Wednesday. So that Thursday I can just wake up, go check in, and just be there. Okay. So we have hotels. If you're interested in going and you don't have a ticket yet, let's get you a ticket. Let's get you purchased. Let's get you all set up. I have a room in my hotel room if you guys need to, or if not, we'll book another room and figure that out. Okay. As of right now, I'm planning on going. Okay. As of right now, I am willing Summit to happen. Okay. Hopefully we can see all of our faces. So let's check it out. If you've never heard of Summit or you're not really familiar what it is, this is like a little minute and a half little teaser video. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I watched that video earlier and it totally made me cry. Because I was just like, man, I just miss getting together. Like I just miss being able to like work out together and hug each other and shop and buy Beachbody. Like you guys, the core is like the first time you experience the core is probably the most overwhelming experience ever because you're just like, oh my God, I have everything. This says Beachbody. It says all the programs, all the stuff. Like you're like shoes, socks, nail polish, bags, shirts. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is seriously amazing. And I'm just like crossing my fingers and hoping to death that we can have our Summit experience this year because I think it's very crucial for us to get back in that groove and remind, like, I don't think I really understood what Beachbody was until I went to Summit, until I really experienced the community of it. And so I really, really, really am crossing my fingers that we have it this year. And I hope that all of you guys are planning on attending. Okay. It's amazing. And I want you guys to experience it. And it's an experience of a lifetime. I can tell you from my own experience, and I can even tell you from the other girls that got to experience it the year that we did get to go, like they have all been praying that we get to go again also because they just know how amazing it is. So come here to coachsummit.com if you need more information about where it is, when it is, why it is. You have the agenda. Excuse me, you can see who's going to be speaking, all of this kind of stuff. And it's about 132 days if you need to know that as well. So we got a couple months until then. And hopefully everything will work out just as planned. But here's the deal, just in case it doesn't, I'm already creating a backup plan. Okay. So just in case they decide to throw Summit into virtual experience, I would love for us to still get together. I was looking at Airbnbs, honestly. I was looking at different places that I thought would be kind of, I know that we had talked originally, and I was like, man, it would be super easy if we found somewhere in like, maybe like upper Kentucky, because I know there's a lot of girls from Indiana, there's girls from Cincinnati and Dayton, and even like Athens and upper. I was like, man, maybe we could just all kind of, I can fly up and we can all meet in Kentucky and do just a virtual experience. So it's like, man, I even found, okay, so I'm like really searching here. Okay. This is just stuff that I've been searching, just getting an idea, but I found this huge house and it's got a big pool. And all kinds of stuff. So maybe it's not this house specifically that we end up getting, but something like this is what I'm looking at if for some reason Summit doesn't happen. Okay. So just know that if for some reason Summit doesn't go down, this is what I'm looking at, is doing like a giant retreat house where we can all sit and watch Summit, but we at least be together. We could do workouts in between. I just saw that pool was like huge, and it'll be July. So it's like, it'll be perfect. Like we could bring a TV out to the pool and just like watch Summit from the pool or something like that. Like, just have fun photos or have like a photographer come in and do fun stuff. Like, who knows? We could do all kinds of stuff. Has a hot tub too, and a little fire pit. So just something like that is what I'm thinking and what I've got in the works for all of us. Okay. So if you're interested in being part of like that, oh no, how do I unshare? Oh, stop sharing. Okay. Yes. And then Tennille also had recommended maybe that she has her Westgate rooms as well. So we have like options to like put into effect if it gets canceled. Okay. But kind of let me know too. I know I gave like a little chat, like we have a Coach Summit chat from, actually it's like from 2 years ago. We just keep changing it to the year before and adding and taking people out that come and go. So if you're interested in going to Summit, I need to just let me know, like, hey, I purchased a ticket. I'll plug you into the chat. But if Summit gets canceled, you guys, you don't have to purchase a Summit ticket to go to our Summit retreat. Okay. So if you're somebody that didn't purchase Summit ticket and Summit gets canceled and you're like, man, but I'd really like to go to that retreat though, maybe I could do something like that. Message me. I can still get you in the retreat. Okay. So if that makes sense. So it's like, if you're going to Summit, awesome. Let's get tickets. If Summit gets canceled and we go the retreat route, it's open to all warrior coaches that want to come. Okay. And then I'll just get a count of how many girls that we're going to have. I'll find a house, we'll book it, and we'll split it up between all of us and just make it one big experience. Okay. Okay. So I've got about 15 minutes. I did have a video. It's 18 minutes long. So can I play it for you guys? Because I really think that it's a great, like, okay, it is here. Okay, so we're just going to fish out with a little motivational video. This is also from my New Leaders Conference, but it was just such a great conversation, or it was a great video when we had it in our conference. And so I think it's really worth the listen today as well. Okay, so let's go for it.
Please welcome Director of Coach Development, Keyshawn Graves. Hey, Keyshawn.
Hey, Tim, and hey, leaders. One of the most memorable things I've ever encountered in terms of leadership was on a mountain in Africa. I had just come down from 6 days of walking pole-pole, which means very, very slow in Swahili, and walking less than 1 mile per hour and averaging 12 hours of walking like that per day. 6 days and more than 70 miles to climb the highest freestanding mountain in the world. That picture shows me smiling because it was one of the most empowering experiences of my life. But the pain was there, and the doubt and fear were always near. During summit night, we did 8 hours that should have taken 4, going up 1 step and sliding down 2. It was cold and everything froze within the first 45 minutes. My water, my phone, my hands, my toes, regardless of all of my hot hands and my layers. The truth is, I really felt like this. But I leaned in on the resources I knew to use to push myself up that mountain and towards that big, scary goal. And of course, I was fueled by Energize. 1 step at a time, I made it to the top of that mountain. And as I was coming down on the most incredible high, because I just did the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, I was struck by something. It was this team. Let me explain what's going on here. First of all, you're not allowed to climb Mount Kilimanjaro without a team. They literally will not let you climb the mountain alone, which is a word. But here's this team from Germany. And if you can't tell what's happening in the picture, there are 2 people in front that have on these waist belts that are connected to that contraption behind them. And they're digging deep with their hiking sticks, thrusting them in the mud, in the gravel, in the loose dirt, through what they call the wind tunnel and up the mountain. The guy behind them in the green hat, he has no legs. And he's in that metal contraption that's attached to the 2 people in front. And he is literally wheeling himself up Mount Kilimanjaro with his arms. And collectively, they are climbing that mountain together. I was immediately reminded of the power of leadership. What I know after climbing that mountain is that you don't do it if it's not your goal. And so this team individually set goals to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, and the leader cast that vision and the team bought into it. They believed in what they could do individually and as a team, knowing that the potential for everyone to achieve this goal was even more possible if they did it together. And they took action and they showed up daily. Every poly mile, every terrain, and all the different types of weather for themselves and for each other. And that's the power of leadership. And it reminded me of what you all do every day as coaches. The power of leadership lies in your ability to lead yourself, to set goals daily and monthly, annually, ultimately, and to climb your highest mountain towards your individual goals and to cast that vision boldly with your team through your actions and to encourage your team to individually set their goals to climb their highest mountain so that collectively you all can reach the highest freestanding mountain in your lives. The power of leadership lies in your vision. Many coaches start for selfish reasons, and ain't nothing wrong with that, y'all. You want to lose weight, gain muscle, do better, feel better, earn more. And as you begin to accomplish those things and that vision, you want to help other people do the same and to be a part of an amazing and uplifting community that creates the space for people to reach their individual mountaintops. As emerging leaders, the power of leadership lies in your ability to evolve and re-identify your vision for yourself, and now your vision for your team. Who do you want to become? What do you want to do? What will your team accomplish? Your vision is what will drive you. It's what will allow you to be nimble and to adjust and to course correct your goals. It allows you to stay steadfast if you fall short of your goals because you understand where you're going. You understand your vision. Casting your vision is one of the first steps as an emerging leader, but it doesn't mean that you have to see it all clearly right now in order to begin walking or climbing towards your purpose. If you haven't, identify your ultimate or next level vision for yourself and your team, and know that it will evolve as you evolve. And then identify your individual mountaintops and be audacious with your goals. Your climb is what inspires others to identify and individually climb their mountains. What are your personal goals? And what are your Beachbody goals? Your Beachbody business goals are the vessel for you to reach your personal goals. And once you know them, reverse engineer them to make them attainable, and then share them. And ask your team, what is their vision? What are their goals? And then link arms to collectively do the things in order to become all that you all aspire to be. And then cast your vision and your goals boldly and publicly in your post, in your team, and most importantly, in your actions. Create the community and the culture that others can join where they know it's about reaching their goals and attaining their vision. Allow others to be inspired by who you're becoming in the pursuit of reaching your vision, by sharing what you're doing, the good, the bad, all of it. Use social media and the people around you as a type of accountability. And if you're still not sure where to start, envision the type of coach that you wish to attract or be, and then be it, because that is the power of leadership. Belief is another key piece in the power of your leadership. Belief in you and what you and your team are capable of doing, and belief in this company that you partnered with. Maybe you're watching this event that you earned thinking that you're not even qualified to be here. You fell out of rank, your diamond quit. It has happened to the best. But the difference between people who ultimately reach their desired vision and those who don't is that they don't let something so early on in their leadership digress them or create a fear that doesn't allow them to get to their next level. So you drop rank, who cares? Get back up and do the things you know you need to do in order to become all that you desire. That may mean course correcting. That may mean changing how you're pursuing your goals. But ultimately, you already have what you need. Who you desire to become evolves, but doesn't waver. However, the way we may get there does. So remember your vision and believe. Belief can be accomplished by getting your desired results with our fitness, nutrition, and mindset programs, and with our insanely long list of top-of-the-line products, and having your stories that you share boldly and vulnerably based on those. How has Beachbody been a vessel for you ending unhealthy and unproductive trends in your own life? When you feel stuck in your business, go back to this idea. Get killer results in a holistic way and share them. That is a way to instill belief in yourself and in others. And getting an understanding of the compensation plan and basic placement strategies to ensure that you are maximizing your income, and then maximize it. Take great notes tomorrow during Doug's training. Go back to Sydney's training on the NLC page and be inspired to make it make sense. Now, I'm not saying you have to know it all after this event, but as we talk about the power of leadership and how belief works, it's by believing in our compensation plan and that you can and will accomplish your goals with it. And work on your mindset consistently and work on you harder than anything else and before everything else. Find personal development that is specific to what you need. Don't just feel stuck. Go do what you need to do to get your mind right, to get unstuck. And while you're getting unstuck, remember your vision and do the thing you came to do. And in all this, know that when you reach your audacious levels that you have envisioned for yourself and for your team, belief doesn't stop. It doesn't stop just because you reached 5-star elite and were invited to attend leadership. It doesn't stop because you have 10 team leaders underneath you and you're in the legacy club. Reaching your goals and attaining your vision doesn't mean that you just stop doing the work to continuously believe in you and in your team and what you all are capable of doing. You'll have to continue to do the work and work on your mindset and your belief just as you continue to do the work for your booty gains. And listen, you can't fake belief. People can read right through it. So make it true and believe and be inspired by others. How inspiring is it to know that of our NLC attendees from last year, 49 of them became elite coaches. 56 of them became premier coaches, leading elite and premier teams, the top 1% of the company. People who were sitting right where you are, kind of, but thinking the same things. How did I get here? Why am I here? I don't know if I belong, but they did the work to believe, or they took action, and reaching their goals was a byproduct of that vision and that belief and that action. Regardless, the power of your leadership is by believing and sharing that belief with others. Action is the next layer in the power of leadership. Now that you have your vision and are committed to having an unwavering belief that you will achieve the vision that you have for yourself and for your team, it's all about action. Action in engaging in the activities to grow your personal business. And guess what? The way you do that is by using the Success Club System Tracker daily, like a boss, because you are the boss of you. Everything that coaches are doing in order to reach their desired success is right there. They're in the 4 vital behaviors, and share them with your team. Link arms and do it together. Working your Success Club System Tracker is the way that you engage in the activities that will grow your business. Maybe you're even creating systems and calendars for you and your team to use and holding them accountable, hosting action hours, open community gyms where you're doing your workouts together, sneak peeks and business opportunities, helping your coaches get started right by helping them identify their visions and their goals and the strategy to reach them, recognizing everything and encouraging your team to bleed blue, meaning attending events, pushing to qualify for events and promotions, participating in Team Cup, being active in pages, aspiring to end somewhere on the road to elite this year, and overall empowering them to do all that they can in order to be exactly who they envision themselves being within your control. If you're not that type of coach, what makes you think you're going to attract them? Now, I'm not saying you have to do it perfectly, but do it relentlessly and with an enthusiastic obsession, knowing that there will be some months where you are in go mode towards your goals, like a cup month where you may be 10xing your strategy, but there will never be a month where you stop. The power of leadership means that you keep going and take action, maybe even small actions, no matter what, knowing that who you become tomorrow and the next day and the next year depends on what you do today, but not because you did it perfectly, because you did it, period. The power of leadership also means knowing that there's potential for more. As you are climbing your mountain, there will be bad days and there will be good days. Peaks and valleys are inevitable as you climb mountains. There will be goals that you set and miss. There will be goals that you set and reach them 5 months sooner than you thought. And you aren't defined by any of that. You're defined by your pursuit. And in the after, how you pick yourself up after heartache, how you set a new goal as soon as you hit that big one that you didn't think was possible, and then go after it with the crazy belief that you will reach that new goal, how you pick yourself up when you drop rank or after you pour so much into a new coach GSR and then that coach quits. And how you look at those things as things to define you, to help you grow, to ensure that you're doing the right things with the right enthusiasm at the right time. Looking at them as stepping stones, not looking at them as stumbling rocks or things that are meant to make you quit or feel unworthy or that you're not a leader or that you're not a change maker. The power of leadership is knowing that without a shadow of a doubt, you were meant for this, and you were meant to achieve your vision, and that there is potential for more for you and for the team that you're creating. Continue to grow as a leader, doing the things I already mentioned and implementing 3 things that you learned this weekend from NLC. And most importantly, by taking action and believing, and not just doing it because corporate or your upline said to do it, but because it's a great way to commit yourself and your team to do more than what you've done in order to reach more and impact more and empower more than ever before. And then you always show up. No matter life, nor death, nor pandemic, nor a hater, nor a quitter, nor what society says what success should look like. And society can sometimes be the person closest to you. Sometimes society can be your own self. Not who people tell you should be or what you should be doing, especially after all that schooling or all those certifications, through it all, you show up and you show out. Rather you're moving snail slow or you are charging hell with a bucket of water towards your goals. And when you do that, you inspire others to do the same. That's the power of leadership. That's the power you possess as leaders. And you have everything you need. If you need to strengthen any of those areas, do it. That's leadership. And as you are strengthening those areas, continue to work it. Don't wait until you think you know it all or got it all or have reached it all, the business success or your physical transformation success. You can't wait to believe in order to start showing up. You can't wait until the vision is clear to start setting goals that will take you closer to your next level. There are people whose lives depend on you using your power right now. Maybe it's your own life you'll save. Maybe it's someone you know, someone in your family. Maybe it's a stranger that you haven't even met yet. You have the power to end trends. So make the commitment that no matter what, even if you need to take time to feel and heal, that you will show up every single day with the relentlessness that you are going to use the resources to make this work holistically. Like that team from Germany, no matter the weather or the terrain or the doubt, they dug their sticks in the ground and they pulled while their friend wheeled with his arms and they got themselves up that mountain, the tallest freestanding mountain in the world. And that's the power of leadership. The power of leadership is showing up and showing others that they can show up when it gets hard too. And when that happens, y'all, this happens. The power of leadership looks like this. The power of leadership is in your ability to lead yourself through it all, through sickness and health and life and death and setbacks and shortcomings, and to continue to use or pursue the resources that will help you lead yourself. And you do it in a way that inspires other people to lead themselves, because we are in the business of trying and sharing, of being selfish so that we can be more generous. Those pictures, they're you, your sister, your brother, your wife, your husbands, your friends. Those stories are just the beginning of the power you possess. Those pictures are just the beginning of the legacy you will leave. But that, leaders, that is the power of your leadership.
Okay, I hadn't listened to that since the call, so I kind of forgot how passionate she got there at the end, and I was like not ready for it again. You kind of made me cry. Woo. Yeah, I saw a couple of comments. Yeah, I love her energy too. Like, I just love passion. And I love when I can hear somebody just like getting passionate from like deep within their soul, you know? I love that. And I think that she just like speaks truth, you know? Like when it comes down to like being a leader and what does a leader truly mean? And you guys, I think one thing for me, there was a very big difference in me doing Beachbody casually and me going all in. Okay. There was a time where I was like, you know, somebody would ask me what I do and I would tell them I'm a massage therapist. Like, you know, I was like, Beachbody is just kind of something I do over here. And I remember that moment where I said, like, what if I did just like fully commit to this? Like, I know I'm really into it, but like, what if I just said, I'm not a massage therapist. I'm a Beachbody coach. This is what I am. This is what I'm going to be. And I had to step up into that leadership role. I had to take it seriously. And I think that there's a switch. I can see it sometimes. Like I remember even seeing Tennille like switch into that serious. I remember seeing Alicia switch into that serious mode. And you can see it happen when somebody just gets serious about it. Okay. And I remember that moment for myself. And I think you have to ask yourself, where are you? Are you serious about it? Is it convenient for you? Are you kind of casually doing it? Or is this something you really want to do? And if this is something you really, really want to do, what's your vision for it? And do you have belief that you can create that vision for yourself? Because you have to be able to see it in your head way before anybody else is going to see it. Okay. Like I've told you guys this, there was a time when I was a team of one, but I knew if I just kept going, I would have girls to join me. I was like, I know, I can feel it. I know my people are out there. I'm going to find them. And no matter how long it takes, I'm going to find my girls. And here we are, 5 years later, finding my freaking girls. Okay. You can do this too. Guys, really, truly, I'm not any more special than I just have been showing up for 5 years. Okay. That's it. I am not any more special than you. We all have magic. We all have amazing things to give this world, to give our challengers, and to give our coaches. And we have hearts of gold. Okay. But we have to believe in ourselves that we can do it. What kind of vision, what kind of belief do you have? Do you believe you can kind of do it? Or do you believe wholeheartedly this was made for you? Right? There was a moment where I just truly remember thinking, wow, Beachbody was like designed for me. I was like, I love cooking. Oh, I can just like cook healthy. Oh, I love being healthy. I love working out. Oh, okay, I can do that. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, guys, I went to school for organizational communications and women's studies. I literally went to school for organizing women in groups. Beachbody was made for me. Like, that's what I do. I'm like, holy crap, who would have ever thought I put those things to use? Because I didn't. I was like, oh, communications degree? What do you do with that? Who knows? But it was an interest for me. And who knew, 10 years down the road, here I'd be organizing women in groups. Literally. That's what I've been doing. And it's a blessing. It really is, you guys. It truly is. And it's an opportunity that I'm so glad I grasped onto. Okay. Because I know so many women that pass up on this opportunity that I'm like, what? You're made for this. Okay. But they don't have the belief in themselves. They don't see that vision for themselves. Okay. So I need for you guys, you're here, cast your visions. Believe in yourself. It's going to take practice. It's going to take time. Continue showing up. Continue doing the actions. Okay. So hopefully you wrote down those 5 things: vision, belief, action, potential, and show up. Seriously. Bottom line, show up and believe in yourself, because you're absolutely capable of so much more than what you give yourself credit for. Okay. So I know that was a lot of information tonight that I'm just like spitting out to you guys. I mean, I know we got a lot of stuff in the coach office. Please go back and review all of that stuff. Go into the Coach Summit page. If you're not in Summit yet, go into the Success Club page, read about it, see if that trip is something that you're interested in working towards. I will help you set the goals for it. Go back in and just read about the preferred customer. Talk to your new coaches if you want them to use that best friend $40 off for that new coach challenge pack. Okay. Make sure you're keeping track of this stuff. I'm popping in there. I'm letting you know what's coming up. But just know that like you have to take responsibility too. Okay. You guys need to step up and start getting this knowledge because it's all available to you. Before our next meeting, I think the only thing that we have is that we're finishing up Control Freak. So if you're finishing up Control Freak with us, Saturday at 7:30, I'd love for us all to finish that up. So I think a lot of us are on track on Saturday to do a workout at 7:30. Even if you're not doing Control Freak, you can still come to the workout, obviously. But if you're doing Control Freak, we are planning on doing it all together on Saturday as well. I think, That was a lot for today. So you might need to catch the recording if you're like, what all did she just spit at us? Or if you need to go back and watch that video again, you fast forward to the last 18 minutes and you watch that video again, right? Or you at least know where it is when you need that pick me up. Okay. Yeah, I'm good for tonight. I think that's all I've got. Hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of energy to go into tomorrow with, take into the weekend. You guys, it's time to sit down and get those goals. It's time to get that vision. You've been here long enough. It is time to move forward. It is time to get a bigger goal, vision, and dream for yourself. And I'm telling you, Beachbody can get you there. I promise. Whatever your goal is, Beachbody's your base. Build your goal off of Beachbody. Okay. Like for me, I want to retire Mike. I wasn't going to retire Mike as a massage therapist, you guys. Like, I don't want Mike working out in freaking construction anymore. He doesn't want to do it. He wants to wakeboard. I'm like, I want you to wakeboard. So I'm going to work my ass off to make sure I can cover the bills so you can go wakeboard. And then our family is super happy and everybody's doing what they love. Okay. That is a goal and a vision for me that I've had for years. And I work every day getting up, thinking about it. Okay. So you have to get your vision. You have to get your goals, something that pulls you out of bed every freaking day, even when you don't want to. And it makes you show up because it's that important to you. It is that important to me to get Mike out of construction. That important to me. It pulls me out of bed every day. I need that for you guys too. What gets you out of bed? What gets your gears going? What is an excitement? Maybe you want to buy a new house. Maybe you want to retire your husband. Maybe you want to have kids and be able to work from home. What is your vision and how can we get you there? Okay. Ooh, buddy, wheels are turning. I see it. All right, ladies, I hope you have a fabulous night. Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate it. And I hope you guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye.